I'm Izzy Baughn with JHS The Warning. We're back again on game day to interview Coach Randy Coleman. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Well, Coach, last week was a very hard-fought game against Marion, and even though it resulted in a hurricane loss, how have we rebounded this week in practice?
Well, you just move on to the next game, and fortunately, we've stressed this week with the team that when you get in the playoffs, really what happened in the season is over with. You can't go back and change it. It's weird during the season. You're worried about, okay, if we win, we may get this seed. If we win, we put ourselves in this position. Well, now we're in that position. We're where we're at. We're in the tournament. You win and you advance. So you don't have to overthink things. You don't have to worry about who's got a banged up ankle and whose wrist is sore. Everybody's in it, because if you lose, it's over. So the focus is easy at this point. We've had a good week of practice. The preparation for Lake Hamilton's a little different, but we're ready to go. And so, you always learn something from the mistakes you made in the game before, and there was plenty to learn from the Marion game. So we've worked on that, and now we're ready to go.
We're excited to watch that comeback tonight. Well, powerhouse Jamarcus Wright totaled 17 tackles, and the defense forced 4 turnovers. So how do you feel about their performance last week as we head into the playoffs?
Well, we feel good about our defense, always. They've played really well all year long. I think they're averaging around giving up 20 points a game, which is, way down from last year's 35. So, we're happy with where we're at. Now, last week we gave up 4 explosive plays, and we define an explosive play as a play of 25 yards or more. We've been averaging giving up around 2 to 3 a game, which is pretty good. But the 4 that we gave up last week all went for touchdowns. And we work on taking those plays out, and now we're sitting really good in the game. So, it's been a good focus that the guys have had all week long. It's a different offense that we're preparing for. I mean, it's night and day difference to Marion that we're preparing for this week. So you just come up with a plan and try to work on it where you can execute it as well as you can tonight.
Absolutely. Well, the offense also played well with standout quarterback Cross Jumper. He passed for 181 yards and 3 touchdowns. So what can we look for, or what do you hope to see from the offense tonight?
Yeah, well, we hope to see more of the same from Cross. He's played really well this year and continues to get better and better. We've got to run the ball better. Last week against Marion, we had 32 carries for 42 yards. We only had 1 turnover, which is, something we shoot for. But, we've got to do a better job of running the ball, because our offense is built around running the ball and play action off the run. So we've got to be better up front. We've got to play with a little more tempo. And then there's a few adjustments we made over the course of the week. You're going to see a couple guys out there that you haven't seen all year that were JV guys that had really good JV seasons. And we've got to get them out there and see what they can do. So I'm excited. I think we've got a good plan, and hopefully we can execute it.
We'll be looking for those adjustments tonight. Well, both teams are coming off of a loss, so that's going to make them extra hungry for a win. How have you kept the Hurricane humble and calm going into this week?
Well, you just know that you've got to start back at ground zero. We've played really well all year long. We've probably played above expectations, and now we're in the playoffs. Lake Hamilton and Jonesboro are really similar. Tough conferences. Played really close conference games. Ended the regular season with a loss. So both teams are going to want to rebound and do their very best. We know that we've got to stop one guy for Lake Hamilton. If we feel like if we stop him, and his name's Malik Brewer, then we've got a better chance to win. And I'm sure he's a really good player, and he's rushed for 1,200 yards this year. So I'm sure they feel that if he gets a lot of touches and gets good, explosiveness out on the edge, they feel like they've got a good chance to win. We've got to do a good job of slowing that down. But it's a fun time of year. Now there's a little cold, crisp air out there. It's football weather, so we're excited to play.
It is cold for sure, but we're excited to watch on tonight. Well, tonight is a home game. So what can you say to get Hurricane Nation here to support tonight? Because we need a big home crowd.
Well, I mean, I'll just be honest. Last week was disappointing with the turnout of the fans and the students. Really, Marion had more people than we did. And, you know, that's a little embarrassing. Somebody who's a Jonesboro graduate and now a Jonesboro High football coach. We need people out there supporting us. Our guys wear Jonesboro across their chests, and it means something to them. We need people to come out and support those guys. They put in a lot of hard work. And every Saturday when you get up, whether we win or not, it's going to say something about Jonesboro, and we're that representation. So we need people to come out there and support them, because the more people we have in the seats, the harder we're going to play and the better chance we have to win.
Well, fans, you heard him. We need Hurricane Nation to be there tonight as the Hurricane takes on Lake Hamilton at home at Cooksey Johns at 7 p.m. Thank you for coming, and good luck tonight.
Thanks, Izzy.